We turn to Andrea Stricker, Deputy Director of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, Non-Proliferation and Biodefense Program. Andrea, great to be with you. There really seems to be some debate over how effective were these strikes on the 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. What are you hearing? And, was this a major blow or not?
Great to be with you, Tara. I think it was a significant blow. By my estimate, just from my technical background and studying the program for around 18 years, I would say that their atomic weapons capability, their route and timeline to make a weapon is likely set back by 2 years. And then if they were to want to recover all that they've lost in terms of the 3 enrichment facilities, conversion, and the weaponization capabilities, they would likely require many, many years. And I think what we're seeing is these estimates are going to end up coalescing around a longer timeline and greater impact on the Iranian program.
Can anyone conclusively tell where the program actually stands when Iran refuses to allow in IAEA inspectors?
That's an important question. And I think if the Trump administration is thinking about negotiating a new deal, it should actually give Iran a list of terms. And those terms need to be that you let the IAEA inspectors, the UN nuclear watchdog, back in, give over all of the missing nuclear material if it's not already entombed in these sites below ground, and fully dismantle permanently all the nuclear weapons, nuclear fuel production, and missile delivery capabilities.
We're hearing a lot about the preliminary assessment from the DIA, or the Defense Intelligence Agency. How was that assessment compiled?
They compiled those using mostly the imagery that they have and then the intelligence that they have from human sources or signals up until that point. And when you're talking about just a day or 2 days to compile all of that information, it's going to be naturally limited. And you're not going to know, for example, what happened around 90 meters below ground at the Fordow enrichment site. So I think we will see more stringent assessments coming out in the days and the weeks ahead.
So, Andrea, what do you think comes next in the push to restrict or eliminate Iran's nuclear capabilities?
I think if Iran wants to maintain the ceasefire, then it needs to let the IAEA back in and fully dismantle everything that it has. Otherwise, we're going to see the United States and Israel likely having to take additional strikes to ensure militarily that this program is finished for good.
And very quickly, what other countries are of concern when it comes to these nuclear weapons? Should we be keeping an eye on North Korea or even China and Russia at this point?
Certainly, we need to be concerned about the use of nuclear weapons by any of our adversaries, and they're cooperating in this new axis of aggressors: China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. And we need to orient our policies and our nuclear weapons capacities to deter them from any attacks on the U.S. homeland.
All right, Andrea Stricker from the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies and an expert on nuclear weapons proliferation. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.